Hey to legends, 2 games to go through here, and just an announcement reminder for those that haven't heard about it yet. I'll be running a fantasy final series, 4-week series there, which will be cool. It's going to have a couple of prizes there, a little bit of a discount to get into the private group next year, just to see how this one goes. I'm made myself a little bit of a new style of points as well, a little bit between fantasy and supercoach. I think it's a little bit more fair on a lot of the stats there as well, so you'll get to find that out. So make sure you're still here come finals time, because we'll have that game rolling as well. But the Roosters getting a massive win over the Titans here, 48-22. Angus Crichton and Cam Pereira both bagging triples there, and incredible scores, 77 apiece for those two. And Crichton, good to see him back in the action. A few of those tries were obviously just off the back of some of the work from Tupanua, was one of them, and then off one of the kicks as well. So some really, as we're sitting here, points have just changed massively. Oh, of course, Campbell, who I don't have, is up 2. Tedesco is 59. He just moved down to a 55 as we're sitting here talking through this video. And then Crichton's moved down to a 75 as well. So there you go. Definitely didn't expect that while we were here doing the video, but 77 for Cam Pereira, as I said, bagging that triple with 32, his average for the year. So a massive one there. Satili Tupanua, a banger for him out in the centers, particularly in that position. Picked up 20 tackles as well to go along with these 2 line breaks, 3 try assists and a try. And then Tupo, a double for him. A lot of work was done down that left-hand side, obviously, with 6 tries between Crichton, Tupanua and Tupo on the left edge. And then Teddy, 55, well, down from a 59, sadly. So a try assist for him and a try, 10 tackle breaks, 200 meters, a vintage Teddy performance there, getting the job done. And then Beau Fermor with a 52 in the 80 minutes as well. Make sure you go back and watch the videos I've popped through if you've got any trades left, or just to support me, guys. If you get every view is a couple of cents to me as well, so appreciate that. While we're getting to the back end of the season, and the views of drop right off, or if you're listening on podcast as well, very, very helpful to me with a very seasonal type job, that's for sure. But Beau Fermor with the 52 was banging there with 5 missed tackles for him, 37 made, 116 on the running side, and then two offloads and a turnover tackle. So a very solid outing for him. And then a lovely try assist for Butcher as well, 51 in there for him in the 50 minutes. It was great. Keeney with a 51 as well, with a try in there, 220 run meters and 3 offloads. Jolliffe there with a 47 in 43, so PPM was way up with 6 tackle breaks for him. And then Campbell a 47, so pretty relevant this one. 6 tackle breaks, low kick meters, 111 on the running side. You see even low kick meters for Sam Walker there, 112 also. So both those guys, 47 and 46 between the two of them, and both getting the job in different ways there. It's a try assist for Campbell, a try for Walker there, and then just a little bit across the board for those 2 guys. Hargraves looks like he's going to be facing a ban as well for his hit. Picked up a sin bin on that one. And still a 42 with the sin bin in 53 minutes. So played plenty in this one. In his first game back, he would have been ripping and tearing and ready to go, that's for sure. Docker Clay did a good job at 9 there, and hopefully Watson goes back into that with Smithy returning as well, and hopefully some good minutes for Connor Watson. We'll see how that one plays out, if they rest any players or not. But as we weren't able to see with the ladder last night, it's still pretty tight from memory there. Radley, 38, so he's really slowed down in this last month or so. Fafita's a big one now with 36. 58 minutes for him. Ended up getting a rest, so pretty rough for owners of him. He just continues to be a poor investment the last month or so. Just not what he wanted at all. No 70s, no real big scores, and the odd 60, which is where he's priced at, in the 60s, and then a lot of 40s and 50s in amongst that, with a 36 in this one. So no good there. Only 86 run meters for him. Kelly, 36, Fodawaker, 35. Again, a pretty rough season for Mo. Manu, the bit of a pod play there, 32 along with Randall. Both those guys going 30s. And it just seems to be the week of 70 or 30 at the moment, that's for sure. And lots and lots of rank changes. I'm seeing some people in the high thousands to 1100 who've made crazy rank changes. And then those like myself in the mid 800s, which is so gross. But how it is some of these weeks. If you have your certain players that pop off, and other teams have injuries and 30s basically. So Cleese Haas with a 29, Brimson with 27, played 77 minutes in the end, and then Terrell May 21 in 29 minutes, so a bit of a low PPM game from him. with no tackle breaks, no offloads there in that one. And then Forum was pretty low. And then Dom Young was a wild run for him. 2 errors, 4 missed tackles, and only 72 run meters with just that try off the kick. So very, very low on that front. And then Joseph Suoli'i with a -2, unfortunately for him, in 18 minutes. So very, very rough for any owners of Suoli'i. And then Spencer Leniu right down as well, 14 in 31 minutes, obviously in a bit of a bloodbath points-wise. And Jojo Fafita coming back to earth the last month since that 90 with a 15 in that one there. And then the sad game that I tipped the wrong way there, hoping for a little bit of a catch-up in my comp, but Dragons going down very candidly to the Sharkies there by 28 points, 38-10, with Britton Nickera going up with a 69. I think he's updated nicely as well. Sadly for myself as a non-owner, but he ended up going off with 3 minutes to go. I didn't actually see what happened there. Hopefully he's all good, but he's been playing 80 minutes every week for a long time now, so didn't see that finish like when he actually went off, but I think I turned off with about 2 minutes to go, so must have missed him rolling off there. But 69 for him with a terrific line run. He's such a good player. As much as I don't own him, and it's frustrating me, he's such a great player. You got to enjoy watching it. Kale Iro was a great watch there with 67 for him with a try assist and a try as well. 9 tackle breaks, 11 tackles, no misses, and basically 200 meters. He's been spectacular to own this year, averaging 46.2 in the last month of footy. Obviously missed last week, but outside of that, he's been one of my best players. And for everyone who owns him, be very, very pleased with him since purchasing him all the way back near the start of the season. Raymond with a 53 as well, along with Wilton. So both good games for those two guys. And then Rudolph as well was great in this one. And then shout out to Oregon Kafusi, who's gone back to some of the efforts that he was showing in that early to middle part of the season there. He then fell off a cliff, and he's been back really good the last few weeks, along with Rudolph there with that PPM. And he got little with 49. I think he dropped a little bit in updates as well. I think it was into the 50s, but a 49 overall with 6 missed tackles in a game where attacking stats weren't all there. And then it had that one where it ended up hitting the ref, the pass back on the inside. He had the line break assist and the run for Ben Hunt. So yeah, a few points taken off there on that one, but still a solid 49, better than Reed Barney and Cook and these types of guys there, but not Harry Grant, that's for sure. Blake Brayley played really well in this game, actually. Ran the footy 124 metres from 9, was massive, and it really helped them get over the advantage line, which was good, and helped them win. Catchman, Toby, that is 45 in 35 minutes, and you had Ryan out there as well, doing his thing. But Jack Bird with the try, line break assist, worked really hard, had no errors, no penalties, just three missed tackles. So him at 6, it's hopefully it can work well for him next week. And then he had Zach Lomax at 44, so you'll take it. Not the end of the world, not the best. He did have a couple errors still. So not his best game. And no tries and still a 44, so you'll take it. Trindle, for anyone still holding, 42 for him with 2 try assists. He had Eisenhuth, who did have to go off for a head knock, but ended up playing the rest of the game. So, yeah, interesting how his minutes play out on a week-to-week basis for 41 there. DeBellin with 39. Hazelton's 40 in 31 minutes was crazy. PPM there. And then Sua, a bit of a low one at 38 for any owners. Atkinson and Tuipulotu and Horodi all 34. The low one here of McInnes, 33 in 55. So, obviously, plenty of attack for them. And he just had a slow start. I think he was 16 in 32 minutes and then obviously worked his way into that 32 in the end. 33, sorry. But just wasn't too much to do in that second half either because they were putting on points and he was just the link man in the middle. So frustrating as McInnes owners. Again, it was 70 or 30 for the gun mids and the gun positions there, even halfback with Burton and these types of guys there. Then you had Ben Hunt with a 32, was low as well, as I said, 70s and 30s. And Ryan Couchman with a 12. So it wasn't his best game. He had penalties and errors the like there. And then King Togia with his second game, potentially. Yeah, averaging 5 now with a 1. So second game, I think, for him. Fainai with the 20 and 58 had a nice try assist in there at the beginning of the game. And then it really just slowed down for him, unfortunately. So there you go. That's the final 2 games of round 25. We have 2 weeks to go. But then stick around I'm going to be making content around the points scored in the final series. And yeah, stick around for all the details once we get closer to the end of the season in that last round, just to keep things rolling for another 4 weeks, because I know how much we love fantasy. We'll get us closer to when the game opens at the near Christmas time at the back end of the year. So thanks for being here, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that weekend of footy, and I hope your team went well. And if it didn't, you're in the same boat with me, and we'll get into those results later today.